guess who's back? Yes, it's your boy Christian Njovu, and I'm back where I belong.
And of course, it's me, your favorite person on set, Joey.
But why did you take long to say your name? Like you had to breathe first. Like
grand entrance.
my goodness.
Really
this
and
guy.
truly.
I know,
Really and
right?
truly. Hi, I'm the money man. Peasy.
Ooh,
The money man, but where's the
there
money?
we go. Give
we
us
need to
some.
see the
Give
money.
us
You can't
some.
say
Give
you
us
have money
some
and we
money,
don't see any
man.
How
money.
much do you need?
Give me.
Enough
It's a
to
grand entrance. You can give me a 1 pin.
enough.
But I know you have more than that.
Small.
Only. What can you get in a 1 pin?
Call me ghosts.
Oh. Okay. Let's see what's happening.
I can pass
there.
this to you. Just keep it. It's for whatever. It's for whatever.
And then now you don't even have any money.
Yeah, I know, right? And let
Do
me
you
just
know what
let me
I
just
have
you back.
let me
This is
just
my
no, let
bad
me
leg.
just help him with that because
This
he,
is my
he ain't
bad
got he ain't got no money
I
no
didn't say
more.
this is my bad leg.
This is my bad leg.
He
You
ain't
want me
got
to
no
get on
money
my
no
good
more.
leg?
So yeah, here's a little something for you,
Oh,
Mr.
Christian's matching the offer.
Yeah, man, come on. I'm
By the
up
way,
for this
50s look
game. I'm
like-
up for this game.
50s look like
I really needed
when you
this,
pretend
man.
like you have money, you get 50s.
Shots fired, man.
And you know the question would be, where are you getting this money? But I don't think that's necessary right now. Let me give you some question tags. So, which Zambian comedian cracks the driest jokes?
I'm
Is
a
it-
comedian. I'm not a comedian. I can fire shots. Give me the list. I'm ready.
All right. So, is it
I
A,
can just find your name on the list.
the African joker? Yeah. Or
Give
is
us
it,
the full list, is it?
Is it
Give us
B,
the full list. Give us the full
Ebo
list.
Chungu?
Those are his boys.
I know, right? This
Aren't
is
you friends
crazy.
with some of these guys?
It's an emotional
You're not
moment
friends
for
with
me.
anyone
Hey,
in the
man.
industry.
Is it C, Bishop Kongolo? Karifunde kawaziwa mpana mamene tuendela. Bye.
Yeah.
Or the last guy, I think this name was spelled wrongly.
What's the last name?
Okay, so
know what
the last guy is Kapembwa Wanjelani.
What's that thing they say about, if you hang out with broke people, then you'll be their fit?
What
So
You hang out with dry comedians?
I think I need to start cracking jokes for you guys because there's no way you can tell me.
Okay, so wait, is it one
So
of
telling
those?
me I'm dry by association.
Nah, you know what?
I haven't said anything. I'm just saying.
Dude, I feel like Christian should be the one to answer this.
Christian, huh?
Let's throw it back to him.
Christian, you want to say something?
Yeah. So you guys are putting me in
won't
a
say
horrible
it.
position, man.
You
Come
won't
on,
say
man.
it.
Who do you
You don't
think
make
it
me
is?
do
I'll
that
be
to
very
my
honest.
boys. you
Yeah,
know what
I know
mean?
you're going to tell the truth.
I'll be very
For
honest.
me, it's future collaboration, so I'm just like,
You guys are playing around with it.
Oh yeah.
The African joker is dry.
And tomatoes. What's the deal on those things? Chop them up into slices, but what are they? Vegetables or fruit? And what does that make? Ketchup.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Never try and do stand up again. Never.
but he
But-
just
but
went to
his-
Sudan. He had that whole.
I know, right? Like he was called to go and perform internationally.
Whatever, man. You can get opportunities. Even Darren Fletcher.
But he's
played
the
for Man
joker
United.
for Africa.
Please. I have one for you guys. Which fruit or vegetable is a female's favorite? A zucchini, B, a cucumber, C, a banana, a carrot.
This list is a little bit
I
misogynistic.
know, right?
I don't like-
And it looks like
hell type of
females
fruits are
love
those?
These are
all of
just
them.
fruits.
I was expecting an apple.
Yeah, I know, right? An orange or mango, grapes, no?
Apples
Not
keep
those?
the doctors away. I don't think they would mind those.
Okay. No. I think let me give my answer.
flashbacks
You
because
know.
of what
So
he
I'm
did in the
thinking
garden.
it's a cucumber. I think shops should start selling those cut already. You know, like in pieces. You know, cause ladies just like those. You know, every lady will be like, no, I like salads. I like what? I like cucumbers. But I think they should be cut. Like shops, like the supermarkets sell them already cut. People use them for the wrong
This
reasons.
is a misogynistic show, guys. Nah, we can't do this. We have to go past
No,
this.
have I gone the wrong way? No.
No, I won't even comment, man.
Okay.
I'm on
No
Twitter.
answer from you.
No, but
No
it's,
answer
no,
to me.
come on, you need to give us an answer. Just a matter of you saying which one you think.
Carrots. Because they're good for your eyes. She can catch you cheating properly. Drama in the church this week. You know the song that I woke up thinking about today? You know that, Spirit lead me where my trust is without borders. And you walk upon the waters. Whenever you would call I don't even know.
Thank you,
the
my
rest
press
of the song.
team.
Take me deeper
That press
than
song
the
is very
deep
wonderful. It takes me to another level. You know, fasting is staying away from a lot of things. Quanta doubtary church, food. You can also stay away from your phones.
Go
So
deeper.
hope you don't forget your keys next time because. But anyways, good singing. No, I mean keys for home, like car keys, door keys. You guys are great singers. I mean, but yeah.
Really? Drama in the Hillsong Church this week with founder Brian Houston stepping down because of the scandals that have been going on. And you know, this isn't the first time we've heard of sexual scandals in the church.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Jimmy swaggered. He was using that swagger to get women into strange places. And then recently we even had Benny Hinn, that no one expected to be found in that situation.
Yeah.
Churches just can't seem to get rid of this sexual misconduct thing going on. It just makes me wonder, why don't they practice what they preach?
It's like scandals in the church, sex scandals in the church go hand in hand with just having these huge churches. I know here, back home, we've had these scandals and they've been hushed. Just last year, there was a huge scandal. I know one of Rev Water. Rev Water started ranting, guys. Yeah. Started ranting on social media about men of God and how they should be in the straight and narrow. They should be doing a few things. You know, they should just practice what they preach.
Yeah.
Because there was a looming scandal. And this scandal was hushed. I have never seen anything hushed like that in Zambia.
Yeah.
If you told me, listen, we've got the FBI, we've got the CIA, for the church that to just come and step on a scandal and say,
Keep quiet.
don't post that.
Don't you dare.
You need to protect you dare. That scandal was so big.
Yeah.
But it was just put out like a light.
And it's like, I don't get the whole thing of you need to protect the reputation of the man of God. Why is the man of God doing sketchy stuff in the first place?
It's like their loyalty is to the men of God and not God, you know what I mean? That's what I don't get with Christianity. Like most people forget that. That's why like people tease Pentecostal churches with regards to bapapa. Because people give them a lot of praise and they forget who they are supposed to praise so much, you know.
And you know, like the other thing that I don't get is they're going to come to you and they're going to tell you stuff like, do not judge. I'm sorry, this is the High Court. We are judging you, my friend. We're not going to let those scandals
Eight
fly.
o'clock, man. We're all about
Nah,
facts.
man.
That's why.
I was listening to something on the BBC where this guy, he was you know, one of these hillbillies, and then he was charismatic. He grew up in the church and whatnot. He was taught the business of the church. Okay, business of the church being that this guy is so charismatic that his father and him started a church business. So they'll tell stories, they'll, you know, perform miracles, sketched miracles.
What?
When this guy would go broke and would go back to his hometown, churches would approach him and tell him, listen, we know you don't have money, we know you don't have food at your home, but if you go back to doing this, we're gonna give you, you know, off the offering basket. So just come be charismatic and do your thing. And you go there and do it. And it finally made sense. This is a business because you wouldn't believe half the things that you hear in these Pentecostal churches.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe like, hallelujah, church. Once when I'm with 12,000,
Like we're not fundraising for building. What?
And you'll be there seated in the church like, nanga ife wa mazadi. And it's like that, you know? And after listening to that, I got to figure out like, okay, this is just, some are just charismatic men of God, or just charismatic men that they're good storytellers.
That are good at manipulation as well.
Yeah, and they're great players as well. Because for you to be a player, you have to be a little bit charismatic.
Mind games,
Just
it's like
saying.
you just study situations that are found in a church. Like, you know, there's obviously a lady looking for marriage, you know what I mean? There's always a broke guy somewhere, you know what I mean?
I can just sense
yeah,
there's a
you
broke
know,
man.
like there's a brother, not staying okay, like wherever you're staying, you're having trouble with rent. That's an obvious thought, you know.
And do you know what
Every
that guy
time
used
it's
to
the
do?
end of the month.
This guy's from the USA, and he would say this, and he would say this was his catchphrase. I want you to take the biggest dollar bill that you have in your wallet right now. If it's a $1 bill, remove it. $100 bill, remove it. And he's just counting his money.
Crazy.
Hustle, just
Smart.
like that.
And you know, funny enough, you find that sex scandals are more in the religion Christianity than other religions like Hinduism, Buddhism. We don't have such scandals there, but in Christianity, it's like, hey, man.
Hey, but you know what? At least our dollar bills are safe right here.
Yeah, I know, man. We don't have
With
to
the
worry.
Papa.
Machawino sana.
Yeah.
This offering will bless many people. Maybe one, but still through one, others will be blessed. Twatotera. And you know the Hillsong guy, Brian? I feel like now that he stepped down from the mega church, his next song will be about Hillsong, you know, like the lady that just...
These are even worse than
Yeah.
mine last week.
Wow.
You need to abandon these puns.
That
Speaking
jokes.
of abandoned, 31 vehicles were found in a yard in McKinney. Apparently just left there. I'm not sure what the full story is. Did you guys get any word of this?
Yeah, obviously, it's Doctor Strange is real, guys. Like, in case you didn't know, Doctor Strange is real. Because, you know, they just made that circle and then pushing cars from the United States, like, the world is about to end here. Things are not okay. Spider-Man, so they're just pushing cars into Zambia. And then, thank you for the hardworking policemen and women for finding these cars, because I don't think anyone else would have done a better job. You guys are amazing. And tell you what, just find out the owner of that land and then give those cars to him, you know.
Because for me, the one thing that I fail to understand is how these guys have a register of all the cars that come into the country, all the properties that are owned by people. But suddenly, when there's a corruption scandal, all of a sudden, we're looking for the owner. We don't know who it is.
But you are the reporter, ask them.
No, I'm asking you, what
you are the
what
bloody
you do?
reporter, ask them.
Yeah, just walk into the city
don't-
council and get the name.
I don't know who they're protecting, and I think this needs to stop, guys. ACC, DEC, whatever, whoever you are.
Yeah, and the police, like,
it needs to
yes,
stop.
man. Yeah.
Here's one thing. First, one scandal. You come to us and tell us there's a councillor. This councillor's bought a whole bank. A whole bank. You know, spend so much money on a bank, and then the next thing, the Bank of Zambia says, guys,
Actually,
that transaction never happened.
Never happened. Like, we don't know about it.
Never
you know?
happened. Okay, and then now you show us pictures of clean cars.
Yeah.
You-
Abandoned.
Have you seen those abandoned cars from?
Who abandons cars, guys?
Is it the UAE where they're in a mess? There's just abandoned cars.
oh yeah, the Lamborghinis and
Lamborghinis.
like all that stuff
abandoned.
going on.
And then now you show us these cars that are seated on maybe 3mm quarry.
I know, right?
Somebody's maintaining the yard.
Crazy.
No, we found abandoned vehicles here in McKinney. In McKinney,
Abandoned
Dude.
in McKinney.
if you know anybody that is selling land like a 40 by 40 in McKinney, that's not on title, please let me know.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
interested.
Like, you need to buy that land because you never
at-
know what appears
At this
there.
point, I'm sorry, but it feels like they're pulling stories straight out of their ACC. Just replace the C with an S because what are you doing, guys? How
I
many
know,
more
right?
scandals are you going to bring us in?
And
more
all
detail?
these scandals
I'm
are based
tired.
on allegations,
I'm
man. Like,
tired.
no proof.
I want to see people arrested, man. You promised people are going to get arrested. We need to get these people
I just want to
arrested.
ask one
We
question.
had Bowman Lusambo, and now it was an allegation. Yeah.
Given
Who are
them
you
in the last
protecting?
We
week,
had
allegations.
houses.
Helicopter guy.
Joe Malanji. Joseph
Yeah, I
Malanji.
thought he was flying high in the air.
Yeah.
There he was also.
Grounded.
Allegations.
Who are you protecting?
Just propelled
I
into
know.
prison.
Crash landing.
All right, guys. There's another issue that we need to tackle. The issue to do with the office of the filer. The filer.
It was you.
Take it from me, this is an official government position. All ministers in the new Dawn administration have, in accordance with the law, declared their assets.
Did that interview. right?
No.
wasn't
Let's
you?
slow down. Slow down. I didn't do that.
If you walk in on a man and he is engaged in an activity of self-pleasure, what is your problem to go and stop him from continuing to self-pleasure? So PAF is self-pleasuring. We just pass by and we open the door and bang,
We find them self-pleasuring, so we just close the door and give them their privacy.
So here's his title: spokesperson, director in the Ministry of Information and Media. Was at an event that was organized by Chapter 1 Foundation. And he was asked a question to do with, MPs declaring their assets.
Yeah.
As you do know, by law, MPs, cabinet ministers need to hand in that information to the Office of the Chief Justice and not the Office of the Filer. I said it, no. Takwaba, takwakabe.
Sounds like some
Office of the
super
Filer.
villain,
You know?
Marvel movie. The Filer.
Yeah, so he was asked and pressed about this, and he kept on saying, no, they're at the Office of the Filer. You're asking me, no, they're filed in, on record. Now, as of today, only 5 cabinet ministers have handed in that information.
Only
Okay.
5
Only
out of
5 out of the cabinet ministers that you
100 and what?
have. No, forget,
No,
there are some
cabinet.
MPs.
Just cabinet,
Just
yeah.
cabinet. I'll
then-
focus on cabinet because some opposition MPs have also done that,
Okay.
the filed in. But the people in cabinet, those guys that sit there as ministers,
Yeah.
those guys, the big dogs, only 5 of them have gone to the Chief Justice and told them, listen, this is how much I have and whatnot and whatnot. In National Assembly, obviously, the Speaker, Nelly Muti, and everybody, because it was shocking, everybody found out that our Speaker is super rich. She's like a rich woman, guys.
Dude,
Yeah,
and you know,
she's
the
a
only thing
rich
that I'm
woman.
thinking
Speaking
is,
for the country,
wasn't this
so-
whole chat there before a certain party got into power?
I know, right? It was
People
there.
don't declare their assets. Everyone has to declare their assets. And then this is cabinet. This is like the core team.
Yeah.
And only 5 of them have declared.
And they come into power and we're like, this is a law you were fighting for, And we're like, so you know what you need to do? Show us defoul, Or if you don't, then you're breaking the law. That's another defoul. Like,
But do you expect them to actually? Do you expect them to actually follow these laws and just declare when the big dog, the big guy, the boss,
Hasn't
Mr. White
done
Gloves
it,
himself,
yeah.
You know,
hasn't told us
guess-
how much he's worth?
I won't lie to you. Anyone that knows me knows that I love the president, man. I really do. But it's like, if you, as the head, are not going to foul, what makes you think the guys who are by the tail are going to...
Well, just tell the whole
you need to
nation.
set an
Just
example.
tell the whole nation.
Another foul. So.
Just tell them.
Oh, okay. That's too much.
It's a red card, another foul.
Oh, I see what you did there, especially with the color. I won't say much. But yeah, that's it. Like I feel like they need to set an example because this government was brought into power because it was change that we wanted so bad, Because now I'm starting to think the saying that goes, all politicians are the same is real. Because whatever was happening in the previous government is happening in this government. Because he mentioned only 5 cabinet ministers. What are the others waiting for? It's been 6 months since they were sworn into power. And they
Counting
haven't
my
done
inquiries.
that. That's crazy. Though.
Madam kaza kasema skota chinga kafake paristoro ya. Tuja that account.
Nah, you just wonder what these people do because, like, ACC, nothing. I don't know who else, nothing. Even the police, the only thing that they're doing is mounting roadblocks again.
And
I
I-
thought these things were banned.
And I feel Hakainde Hichilema, the president, you need to lead by example. If you do it first, I feel like the ministers will follow through. But if you don't, then we don't know if you're very different from the guy that just fell. Chagwa, Lungu, but yeah, just thinking though.
That's a good one because I know we knew about President Lungu's wealth because he came to the nation and told us, guys, I only have 1.2 million. I'm only worth 1.2 million. Then 2015 he came back and told us, oh guys, by the way, I'm now worth 22 million.
Yeah, like I'm a big boy now.
And everybody was like, what? And we went to
Marina
have that opportunity with
Kasakakandarama,
HH.
Nibala. I'm like, what?
Wamini waina kasakakanda lama ni hawa watatu hapa.
My
We want
goodness,
to have
man.
that opportunity. And the church goes,
Yeah.
Beats, holla at me.
Happy birthday. Go you mana happy birthday. Go you aboda. Bulu mujende. I make the crowd go.
That's what they want to
Can't dance
do.
either, okay?
What's up
and
with
with us getting presidents that can't dance? I don't understand, man.
And I feel like the reason why they are not declaring their assets is
Let's go.
the tongue. The reason why they're not doing that is because they want to sort of not let the public know what they have so they can have room to actually do some things corruptly or misuse public funds. I feel like that's why they're doing that.
That's the
Because if
only
we know
reason,
their
yeah.
assets, then we'll be holding them accountable, you know, for the things they do or
Remember,
get.
The other guy had 2 million. Next election, he has 22 million, and the story just
And
died
he
down.
also didn't declare, that's why. Yeah.
Like a car tire. It was a good job.
It was a good.
He was doing nothing in reverse, but the fans were just going forward.
Forward.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of car tires
Yeah.
and stuff on cars, the police are back on the road. I know the minister announced earlier on that we're getting the police off the road.
Yeah.
But now it's like, thinking back on it, was that really a good idea to get
Ish.
the police off the road?
Where the IG actually address the nation and, just reiterate the minister's position and say, listen, you're not allowed to do these things, set up these snap checkpoints. And those of you that are putting those blue lights, they're not allowed, okay? It's just for the police. You're not allowed to put your LED lights that are blue like the police.
It's like being a G these days, like just put blue lights on your car, like, yeah. Got a car with blue lights, you know what I mean? You know, like people are doing it for fun.
Yeah, they are.
And it's
'cause
scary.
apparently it's a flex.
You know, it's scary. The fact that if you're driving in the middle of the night and you have somebody that has LED lights that are blinking behind you, if they flash their lights or something, you'd stop and think they're the police and you get robbed or something.
Yeah,
So the IG has a point there. But when you look at the police being back on the road or being asked to not mount these Snapchats, there's a lot of misbehavior on the road. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah, there is.
Guys,
That's true.
we have been misbehaving on the road. You'd see things that if the police were present, people wouldn't behave in that manner.
Exactly.
People
That's
are not
facts.
respecting the regulations on the road. You go to traffic lights. Bus drivers have become a nuisance.
Four-way stops.
Even
feel
with
like-
the police, that one, no. Even with the police.
Yeah.
Zambians don't know that.
Yeah.
We should just remove it from the
Where are people getting their
driving
licenses
syllabus.
from?
Just remove it.
Where are people getting their licenses
From
from?
the office of the filer. That's where they're getting their licenses from. That's how we're going to be taking all our issues. Like, I want to get an NRC, go to the office of the filer. Passport, office of the filer. PC, office of the filer. Yeah.
So, guys, I don't know what your take is on this issue. I think we need the police back on the road, but they shouldn't be a nuisance because they're also a nuisance on the road.
It's 50-50, man. I won't lie. After seeing the lawlessness, I'm like, I kind of want them back. But then every time I see police, I'm just reminded about why I have so
something.
many.
Pasoko something fun. Corrupt or
Bad memories, even just thinking
Pass me
about
that,
it.
let me
man.
show you something. Parod, if you don't know. Parod, if you don't know. No license. This is the charge. Yasin. You notice they're not.
and you know you've given him wrongly. You need to remove your heart. Like, fuck out, man. Fuck out.
This desk guy.
Fuck out.
Parod. In the currency of parod. Parod. Food.
That's what happens with the money.
Within Lusaka. Anything. Dangerous driving. Whoa, we're taking you to court. Boss.
And
Don't
that's
be
all.
conned.
Just call the money, man.
I always get spooked when my friends tell me they removed this much. Like, no, I gave them 300.
What?
300! That's 3 offenses, man!
And you know,
What is supposed to be
like,
know
I'm
the
just
guy.
thinking, you know, if the police were like, Lusaka girls, hey, everyone would have been dating, man. Because those amounts they get ridiculous, bro.
No, and you know
The
that's
Lusaka girls
no,
don't
but
play.
kind of similar to Lusaka girls because they start with the high standard, but then they end up accepting.
Do me a favor, but eat, man. Like,
You're
asking
bad,
for
but
huge
asking us to
amounts.
do you favors. What's but I just feel like if any policeman
Hey.
watches this and they nab any of us on the road,
Guys.
All right,
guys.
so enough about the police, but not enough about the police, because this guy's just shot a 24-year-old who was unfortunately looting after a truck crashed that was carrying millimil. You know, so you know this truck is involved in an accident, then the driver is not okay, it wasn't moving with any security, and then people just go there like, we want to get this millimil, we're hungry. So they're getting that millimil, and then them, in order to disperse the people, they decide to start using live ammunition, and then they shot a guy who was only 24 with a bright future.
Is that even something worth shooting someone for?
I
Again,
don't think
before
so.
a certain party got into power, wasn't this one of their main campaign messages?
I know, right? These politicians.
Live bullets during riots are not going to be used anymore. The only time people should be going live is when they're... That's a conversation for another day. But... And then all of a sudden, now they just say we're going to institute investigations.
I know,
Isn't
right?
this the exact same thing we used to hear previously? It's just like that guy that wants to date you and you go, no, me, I'm different. I'm not a dog. When you just turn, you hear him barking to me. What's going on, man? What's really going on?
And I feel like the police shouldn't be using live ammunition, especially if it's just a case of dispersing people. You know how it was, like people are obviously doing that maybe because of the bad conditions in the country, low living standards, you know, high cost of living, you know what I mean? Yeah, so these guys are not supposed to be using that form. Maybe tear gas would have worked, you know?
Yeah, obviously.
Like,
That's what I'm thinking. What happened to tear gas?
Yeah,
As soon as and CBU boys, we know what it's like, man.
Or maybe we mastered the art of tear gas. We're like, these guys are never scared of this. So right now it's bullets, in fact. Like, just shoot that student, you know?
Nah, that's
Which
terrible.
is wrong, yeah.
I really hope they get to the bottom of it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because that's just... Things that happen in this country blow my mind. Like this story about Hazida Motors that operate as... I've forgotten the name that they operate under. But there was a story about a young lady that used to work there as an operations clerk. And there's a story about how her boss has been sexually harassing her since she got there. Sponsored her on a trip to SA. And then the next thing, he follows her there and he tries to have sex with her on the trip. He's constantly suggesting, to a point where he tells her, you know how important your job is to you.
She don't need to give you a BJ, so that you give her a J-O-B.
So she refuses and she files by the police. And then just like 3 months later, same thing, he follows her to her house to go pay her a visit, apparently.
But then you have to go. Why you have to go?
She goes to the bedroom to change. And next thing, this guy's in the bedroom with her, say, and she says, what's going on? And he literally just tries to physically, sexually assault her. And that's how she went to report to the police.
I feel like sex is a very big weakness that most humans have. And it's just surprising to what extent other people take it. Like my question to this lady would be, has he done anything to you? Like, you know, because the name is Hazida.
He always puts the jokes in the most inappropriate places, man.
I'm not
Oh my
smiling or laughing. I'm not doing any of that.
Has he done anything to you? Like, yeah, that's...
You're so awkward, man. We're three guys here
That's
trying to
the
discuss.
question.
Trying to discuss something serious.
Yeah.
Sexual
offense.
The guys are not serious.
Wow.
But the weird thing was, when they went back into the police files, they found that she actually did report the first time. But the officer, the inspector on the case,
Here comes my people again.
Mr. Sakala ran away with the... Sakala means thief, right? Mr. Sakala ran away with the money. 10,000 kwacha
I
he
think
was
it's
paid
in
off.
Sakala.
In Sakala.
Sakala.
Still...
It's not Sakala, but in Sakala anyway.
Sakala.
You know, I feel like there's something
Money,
wrong
no?
with our police service. Like, there's really a lot that needs to be done.
I think it reeks of corruption. If
Yeah.
you read the whole story, it just reeks of corruption.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think there's another side to the story that we haven't been told. If you look at it, just remove yourself from the situation, remove your emotions from the situation.
Yeah.
I don't think we're not opening up the story enough.
Yeah.
Because for me, my questions would be, in as much as I commiserate with a lady, I'll ask her a few questions. Why would you allow a man that has already attempted to assault you sexually in your space?
I know,
In the
right?
privacy of your home?
And on what conditions are you getting those favors? man?
But it almost sounded like it was an
trip to
invasion,
SA.
guys. We have to be fair about this.
That
Because
seems like a planned move to me. And if you're not getting it, I'm questioning your...
Joey, you robbed me once and you come and show up at my doorstep and knock and say, knock, knock, knock.
I'm a
see who
changed
you
person.
are. I'm not opening the door for you.
Yo, come on.
she was in a desperate
And
position.
the
wanting to
police
do her
are
job.
killing people and also killing cases. Like cases are also just dying. Like what is wrong with the service, man?
Nah, I think that
Oh.
man needs to go to jail. He needs to stand
Yeah,
behind
he
me and
needs to
Christian
be brought to
because
book.
he has
Yeah,
to be behind bars.
Same applies to the man that shot a 24-year-old. We need to hear some serious justice being served in this country. Like we're tired.
Yeah, we did, because if they don't, it's going to be hypocrisy.
I know, right? Wearing uniforms when in the actual sense you are the criminals. Hypocrites.
Speaking of hypocrisy, it's been the trending word of the week.
I know, right? It was just
Tell me
dropped
about
down.
Former
by
president came
Jaguar.
through and said, I didn't really follow this one much,
Yeah,
but all I know is he called people hypocrites.
If we learn to dialogue honestly with one another, as we have experienced during the days of mourning, probably we can get somewhere as a country. Dialogue, genuine dialogue between all of us. Those who were in government before and those who are in now. But what we are seeing is hypocrisy.
Yeah.
All this dialogue that's going on now that RB's passed on,
Do you think he's the right
Hypocrisy.
person to call people hypocrites?
the humble leader.
Yeah, do you?
I don't think any of them are fit enough to call anybody a hypocrite.
Straight up.
Here's why. President Lungu said people are being hypocritical because of the dialogue and what's going on right now. And he said this because of what's going on with his team. His team being the PF. They're being arrested and what's going on. But then again, if you look on the other side, when he was president, how were you as president? Were you willing to dialogue? Were you willing to do all these things? We saw you walk past your rival at a funeral and greet his partner. You remember that time at the funeral where you just walked past him and went to have a chat with Mutachi. And then there are all those incidences and how the UPND were treated. Also, the UPND themselves are also being hypocritical.
Yeah, true.
They're being hypocritical. If you look at the situation now, how are you behaving yourselves?
I know, right? Nothing different, man.
It's, what do they say? Same shit, different toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because then they have all these, every time they come on, they're like, the previous government, the previous government. But here they are, less than a month into office, they sort out a fertilizer tender. Here comes the tender for medicine in hospitals. And all of a sudden,
Eish, man. 6
we have
months
to
without
be
medicine.
methodical. There are procedures that must be followed. But when it came to fertilizer, is medicine more important than fertilizer?
Yeah. And imagine if
I
it was
don't
the other
understand.
party doing this. I feel like politics is so dirty that trade kings need to move in. Like, they have to move in real quick. You know what I mean? Like, because the level at which it is, I don't think, you know, like, this is why we don't develop. You know, because politicians do not follow the laws per se, you know, like they don't do the right thing every time they're in power. They get a little selfish, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. Because think about the people that put you in that office.
They don't do that.
And so far, so bad.
Okay, so I have some hate rankings for you guys. Top 5 things people without money say or do. Number 5. Talk about people with money. People without money talk about people with money.
Facts.
And they're always accusing them of being Satanists as well.
And you know, like for some, they tell the story like they were there. You know? Like, you know how we said the business? He had 2 trucks at first. Then he went to Malawi. Then he came back with 3. You know, like after those 3, then
Notice how
he
I'm
went
quiet.
back with 4. Like, yeah.
Because we don't do that. We can't really.
Because I have money, so I don't know what people with no money talk about.
The money man. Yeah.
Number 4, always flash things that they own or are in their possession that are expensive to maintain the lie.
Definitely.
How many broke people in the Saka do you know with
Definitely.
iPhone 13s and
Definitely.
iPhone 14s?
I know a lot of people that
Bro, how's it? You good?
I'm alright, man.
You good, man?
Just know these things, bro. It's a bit hot.
Yeah, that's good, man.
But yeah,
I'm expecting a call, but
I think
don't
God,
know,
the
man.
iPhone isn't on set.
My phone is low, bro.
Wow.
Bro,
My
they don't
phone,
even,
my phone is
those
kind of
phones
low,
don't
bro.
even fit in the
you can't
pocket.
flex for the guy with the money machine,
You
bro.
know, I
You
like
can't flex
cars.
for the
I
guy
like
with the money
cars, but
machine.
my Mercedes is better, bro. Like, I like cars though. So yeah, what cars do you like? Like, yeah.
I like number 3. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Broke people say that a lot.
Always.
Man. Did you hear about the people that were bounced
Always.
at the last event that the president had?
Do
People
you
that
know
didn't
who
have
I
tickets.
am, man?
Do you know who
I
I
like
am?
that one.
There's nothing like that there. Those events, if you don't have your papers in order, don't even try and put aside. Those military guys will lift you. They will just lift you and toss you to the side.
We know
You've
who
been-
you are.
you've
You're
been
the guy
denied
that we're
pass.
throwing out.
Yeah, the guy was throwing out for me.
We were at the cathedral and no, people were being bounced and I was thinking, my God, this is a church. And they're like, But you've seen this guy on TV before. You've seen this guy.
Don't act like you
There's
don't.
order.
After it throws you out, even got a autograph.
They like
Number two,
After they
wear
reach the gate.
expensive clothing and accessories. It
Yes,
always
man,
has to be Gucci.
because it takes
Always has
long
be
to
Dior.
just save for that, you know. And labels are like, I don't know why people think wearing labels is a sign that you've got money. I don't think
That's
so.
the weird thing in Zambia. Have
Yeah.
you noticed when you're dressed in a suit, automatically people perceive you differently?
Everybody
You
be
ever
like,
walked in a
boss,
bank,
bunch, boss. Like,
all of a sudden you've become the boss. Maybe that's why they buy expensive clothes, for the flex. Number one, continuously talk about how much money they have and are making.
Obviously.
There's always like a
so
deal that they're doing.
that 10,000, just send it tomorrow. Yes, yes. I just have a 50,000 in my account. Now I want this guy to send a 10 so it can be 60.
Yeah, but can you just buy me a kasoche so that I can actually call this guy?
Top 5 things that women always have in the
purse.
press.
Jeez, okay.
All right. So number 1, sanitary pads.
Oh.
Yeah, that's number 5.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Shut it down. Period.
No, you know.
Write this.
No, listen.
Give you this one.
Listen,
I am
like
the bureau.
I just made that up.
No.
Like the 4th thing they always have,
No.
which is makeup.
No.
Yeah, that's how I made that up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man.
I'm loving
and
this.
the 3rd thing is you in the purse, because you're the money man. So they always have some money.
They
man.
have to. They have to.
Hey, very essential. This guy, you find him in every purse. The 2nd thing is the comb. Because you know how women always...
They don't
like-
even have real hair. Why do they have combs in their bags?
Oh my goodness, man.
Even the fake hair needs to be combed, man.
Oh, I thought you do
those
that
are-
at home. You have to-
How do you do that at home?
They do it
And
in
it's
advance.
ready,
Imagine
you
spending
know.
7 pin on hair, it doesn't even come combed. A guy would never do that. I wouldn't do that.
Okay. And
I don't have combs in Brazil
and this is the one
or Peru. Which
they have all the time, like it never misses. It's chitenge.
All right, guys. Top 5 self-love things majority of Zambians don't do. And I know this
Top
one.
5.
This first one. The 2 of you don't do it.
What do you mean?
Don't prepare a succession plan in business or politics. I don't know, maybe it's a culture, but you know how parents have a very successful business and they keep the kids away? Like they don't groom them or plan for them or just show them the ropes whilst they're still young. Because this is how I keep this thing afloat, do 1 or 2 things. Once that man dies, you're destitute.
Yeah. And that's why Indians beat us.
Yeah, it's sad that people don't do that. But I don't know about you guys, because for me, I'm an architect, so I plan.
Number 4, don't pay for a funeral plan
Joey
in
and his
readiness
stress.
for the inevitable.
Oh. Guys. Oh, this guy.
Bars! Funeral plan, I don't know, because people don't even get like funeral covers and whatnot because they're superstitious about it.
You, just from what you've just said, say you.
You have one.
Yes, I have one.
What?
Christian, do you have one?
I can say it, but they
can't
don't
have
sponsor
that,
the
you
show.
know, because that's the thing. Like, if I have a funeral plan, they'll think I'm planning that.
Can I say
someone
it?
should die or something.
I want to plan. Can I say it? Can they come on the show? Will you come on the show if I say your name? Tontozo.
No, they ain't good.
You know that one, right?
Which one? Oh, yeah. I've heard about that. I don't even know who does it, but I've heard that name before. But then maybe some of them think they're, like stars and they won't die. No, we know what films.
I think it's superstition. It's like me saying today I'm going to buy like a grave space in advance. And everybody in the family will be like, we
Yeah,
turn
exactly my thought. Like, don't do that.
You know how
like,
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's superstition.
Yeah, no
Really.
culture. Like, hey, man, you can't plan
Yeah.
for a funeral, but like, hey, are you ready for it? No.
Another thing is, number 3, that is, they don't do life assurance. Don't go for palpsima or prostate cancer checkups. I'm guilty of that. They don't go to a dentist unless there's something wrong with their teeth.
I think I'm not a culprit at that. Like, I go there, I think, twice a year. I know that's like, yeah, a very big gap in between, but I do that.
I can't even remember, man, because I have great teeth.
Oh, nice. Mine too.
I've never been. Never in my life.
Are you serious?
Never had problems with my teeth, like they say. I don't go looking for problems. I'm that guy. Oh no, we're here for VCT. I go show up for that. Oh no, here for what? Ah, guys.
Kids, don't listen to PZ. Go for your VCT test. This guy is negative. Go for
no. Until the disease decides to say what's up. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, what's up?
Come on, Louis, lunch!
Nah, they got Target odorless.
It's not Target odorless!
The Target odorless don't smell. Let's eat.
Okay, Louis! I couldn't spell it!
I'm out of here.
Target odorless. Always dead on target.
Legendary.
Legend, bro. Like these odds.
Legendary.
Is amazing, man. And it just had the right target audience, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What color was Louis?
Wow. That's a great ad.
Louis V.
Oh, the Louis. I'm Louis. I'm with my friends. That, no?
Yeah.
Black?
Yeah.
Colorblind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in Parliament now.
Yeah.
Let's look at another clip.
The problem is also, dating is a very internal thing.
Yes.
It's about you. So if I can't meet my standards, why do I expect somebody else to meet my standards? It's easy for me to say, buy me champagne. I'm a champagne girl, take me to Dubai. Am I willing to do that for myself? So some people set standards. And they say, a guy must treat me like this, must do that. But yet, in their own lives, they are not actually living up according to those standards.
I was about to join those guys, like just clap, man. Sense right there.
I know broke people will clap for that.
What?
I'm just
Setting
saying.
standards is now for broke people.
No, that's the thing. When you're married, it's a different game, to be honest. Man.
I'm just saying.
Because when you're out there and all these chicks are after you, it's like...
And don't you think we encourage laziness the more we don't let these females have standards for themselves before they come to us? I feel like the problem we've had in the country for the longest time, especially here in Zambia, most girls are dependent on men giving them things.
In the beginning.
The
original plan, or when God was cursing men, He cursed us. He said, you struggle, you whatnot, and you provide for the female. And her curse was what? The pain of labor. So we might talk about standards and how women just want to sit back and relax and whatnot. It's the way God made them. It's the way they were designed to. You were designed to hustle, go out there, get the bread, bring it back, do your thing, give her money, let her flash it, let her blow it. It's okay. You will struggle.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you.
Money.
You're talking because you're married.
No,
when it comes to your wife, it's a different ball game, man.
Even your girlfriend.
Girlfriend, yeah, but here we're
You're
talking
supposed
about.
to provide.
No, we're talking about. You go to Chicago, you find someone drinking a black label, and then she's like, "Get me a drink." You order another black label. No, actually, I only drink Moet. Bro. I found you with a black label, man.
You're a provider, Bwana.
No,
a provider for a random that I just met in the
like,
club.
You're not going to say that about standards and being a provider to somebody you don't know.
I'm just
Then
saying,
how
no,
many
listen, I'm not talking about strangers.
are we going to provide for?
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
club?
saying. So, like, I feel like there's a difference because if it's like someone on... you've met those people, they'll ask you for something and then they're going to want to set their standards on you.
do me a favor.
When it's your babe, it's completely different.
It's different.
Guys,
Like
I'm
there,
just saying,
you know it's your responsibility.
When you approach women, they see a provider coming their way.
Look, me all I'm
That's
saying.
the thing.
Me all I'm saying is,
if they say they want the most expensive bottle, get the damn most expensive bottle on the table.
You know, right
forget
now,
about it.
If you're my
forget
babe,
about it.
if you are my wife, for sure. But if you're just... You
know
just
how
saw
it
me being
feels,
funny
Joey,
on
it
Facebook and
feels
you
like-
box me saying...
It feels
"Oh,
like
Joey,
Joey,
can you send
there,
me-"
then Christian
Hold on.
here, then the Ministry of Health here. They're also a service provider.
Finance. That's what this is right here.
Service
Man's willing to
provider,
just
right
spend-
here. Or
There's one of
Airtel.
those guys in Chicago
Or
with
Airtel.
those 64 pin receipts. Because he's just
Mad.
buying any woman that I'm a provider, don't worry. Just get
I
what
will
you want to
provide
drink.
for you. I will take care of you.
Nah, man.
No, but
I'll take care of you.
standards are important because I feel like then you have a benchmark, you know what I mean? Like you need to know where you need to be at. Don't just let life move you. Have a direction at least. That's another Tom Mbuzi now. Because we have Tom Cruise, then that's Tom Mbuzi.
No, that's a nice car, though.
It is a nice car. I just hope no one died in the incident, to be honest.
Yeah,
because now it's made me feeling a little bit. Why would that be the last clip? What's wrong with you people?
I know, right? Like, what's going on, man?
But forget all that sadness. You know what makes me happy?
Money.
Standards.
Money. It makes everybody happy.
You are holding standards in your
Whatever standards you have, I'm waiting.
You are holding
standards. Money, and more money. This is what happens when you're chilling with the money man. Don't forget, we're going to be giving out 10,000 kwacha every single week. And if no one wins in 1 week, we push it on to the next week. So you could win a 20, a 30, a 40. If none of you can answer the questions, one of you just might be the lucky ones and win an 80. But this is the episode from 8 o'clock. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Do we have an Instagram? I always say Twitter.
Yeah, we
I'm a
do.
Twitter guy.
Hype Digital.
Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to follow us. Thank you for watching this episode and